Alright, so it's the finale of whatever the hell this is. And just to tell y'all, my thought process with this is usually like 5 minutes before I plan to do the commentary, I look up on Twitter or on Google like top 5 position, whatever I'm doing, and then I'm like, oh yeah, that guy's in the NBA. Well, let's see if he's in there. That's pretty much my thought process with this, so just for what it's worth. Now it's the top 5 centers. So number 5 was probably the toughest one for me. Decided between a few guys. It was like Al Jefferson or Brook Lopez. Then I realized Brook Lopez is a better version of Al Jefferson, so that took Al Jefferson out. Thought about Dwight Howard and Andre Drummond, and then I'm like, well, Dwight Howard's a better version than Andre Drummond if he's healthy, so that takes Drummond out. And then I was decided between Vucevic and Lopez. Vucevic I think is a little better than Lopez. Between Nikola Vucevic and Dwight Howard for the number 5 spot, I don't frickin' know. I'll go with Dwight Howard just because if Dwight is healthy for a full season, he's pretty much still a force defensively and on the boards. So, whatever. There you go. Vucevic is a beast. I had to pick one, so I went with Dwight Howard, okay? Vucevic still is questionable on defense. Number 4, speaking of defense, we're going with DeAndre Jordan. Do I think DeAndre is a little overrated defensively? Yes. I think the blocking shots is great, but I still think his just one-on-one post defense could be better, but he still has that Tyson Chandler type thing where he makes your entire team better defensively. So for that reason, DeAndre makes an impact on defense. I just think he's a little overrated, but still a very good defender. The best rebounder in the NBA at 15 boards a game, and offensively around the basket, I mean, the guy shoots 71% from the field. Like, that's all I gotta say. Does he suck at free throws? Yes. But, I mean, come on. I'll take the other stuff. I will. Number 3, Al Horford. Underrated. Probably the most versatile center in the NBA. Can shoot from everywhere because he showed some three-point range this season. Might be the best defensive center in the NBA. Definitely probably one of the 3 best defensive centers in the NBA. Not because he's necessarily a force at blocking shots, but he's great at switching. He can defend multiple positions. He plugs in a lot of the holes that you might have on defense because of his ability to move and switch and things of that nature. The stuff that doesn't show up in stat sheets. I wish he was a little better of a rebounder. He usually averages about 7 or 8, but Al Horford's just versatile, offensively, defensively. If you have a good coach like Atlanta has with Mike Budenholzer, with Al Horford's abilities, I mean, that's really why the Hawks won 60 games, like, because of how good Al Horford is. Number 2 and 1 are, I mean, you know who they are. It's Demarcus Cousins and Marc Gasol. A matter of who goes where, gotta be honest with y'all, I'm going to say Marc Gasol is number 2, because Marc Gasol, I mean, he's great, probably the best defensive center in the NBA, kind of a better version of Al Horford, to be honest, and this is no disrespect to him because he's fantastic, but number 1, I got to go with my man Boogie. It's DeMarcus Cousins. Now, I know what you're going to say, but DeMarcus Cousins hasn't led a team into the playoffs. Listen, he's on the Sacramento Kings. Cut the guy a break. Plus, I think DeMarcus Cousins is going to lead the Kings on a 45-win season this year in the Western Conference, which, if he does that, I don't think anybody's disputing who the best center in the NBA is at that point. For anyone who says, well, DeMarcus Cousins isn't as great defensively, I'm sorry, you're wrong. Like, you're just flat out wrong. The guy is a really good defensive player. And he's Boogie. He's DeMarcus Cousins. What do you want? Like, am I a little biased? Potentially. But it's DeMarcus freaking Cousins. The guy's a beast. He averaged like 24 and 13 or something. DeMarcus Cousins. Marc Gasol, you're great. But Boogie's number 1. That's top 5 centers. I don't really know what the plan is for the next 11 days or whatever until we're allowed to upload 2K16 content. I might do a top 5 all-time at each position. Maybe. it'll matter if I just get too lazy to make any Knicks videos, which will happen, because mentally I'm pretty much done with 2K15, but we gotta get through the Knicks series, which I do still enjoy doing, but, you know. That's it. Shout out to Andre Drummond. That's it.